Hi everyone, welcome to Workshop Wednesday. Thank you for joining me in my craft room, and I'm finally live again. Whew. Between me traveling, my brother and sister-in-law came into town for a week. They just left today. So yesterday we were celebrating my brother's birthday. It was his birthday, so I wanted to have a get together here so he can spend time with all of our family here in New Mexico. I'm just finally live. I have a project for you, a few announcements, but first of all, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Lisa Cunningham, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator out of Rio Rancho, New Mexico. And it's awfully hot here right now. Yesterday we had a pretty good downpour, which we needed so badly, so we finally got some rain. So I come usually live every Wednesday. If I'm traveling, I do a lot of traveling, and if I'm traveling, I will have a pre-recorded video for you. Last week I didn't because I was picking up my brother from the airport and I didn't have time. We were busy all weekend. We had a family wedding. It was a 3-day event, so I just been nonstop. But I do come live on Wednesdays, and then at 12 o'clock on Friday, I do a pre-recorded video for you. And it's a fun fold. I always do a fun fold card. So you can always join me on Friday, and then you can see me on YouTube if you miss me live or on my Facebook page. So the few announcements are, if you want my tutorial for today's project, just join my email list. I always add today's tutorial, and then I'll do a measurements for the fun fold on Friday. And then if you share my video, you can share my video on Facebook or YouTube. Just comment that you shared it. You can comment either place. And then this week I'm going to have an embellishment pack to give away as a prize. And then this month, for July, the product of the month is the Begonia Bell stamp set. It's a two-step stamp set. So when you spend $75 in my online store, you qualify to purchase this for $5. And when you do, I will send you a 12 project tutorial using that stamp set. So myself and 5 other demonstrators, we each do 2 projects, and you get the step-by-step project tutorial for that. Okay, I think that is it. Oh, we're in July, my August Let's Create Craft Kit is now available. You can subscribe to that. It won't ship out till August. They ship out August 14th, but you have until August 7th to subscribe to it. I just sent out my Lily of the Valley kits, and I think everybody's gotten them. I have one because I'm still waiting on some shimmering dots, but it's local. I've already talked to her, and she's okay waiting on it. So if you have any questions about that, just let me know. So let's go ahead and turn you down and get started. Again, thank you for joining me. Okay, so before we get started with our box, I'm going to show you the bundle. This bundle has been out a while. I've already done a class with it, and my monthly craft kit. I've used this a lot, but I found this. Where's my sanitizer? So these are little hand sanitizer sprays that you can get at Bath and Body Works, and this one's called Strawberry Bite. So when I seen it, right away I thought this is the bundle to make something for this little sanitizer holder. So we're going to be using the bundle, the stamp set, and the dies, and I already have the ones that we're going to use pulled out, and we're going to use the Homemade Sweetness designer series paper. As you could tell, I've used a lot for this, but I already have a lot of this design. This is probably my 4th or 5th pack of designer series paper, but I already pulled out the ones that we're going to use. So on mine, I did 2 different designs. You could do all the same if you want. So let me move that aside. And we're gonna start out with some strawberry slush cardstock. And I just moved my tutorial out of the way where I need the directions. Okay, so it's 5.5 by, okay, let me make sure, 5.5. So you're gonna be able to get 2 of these boxes out of 1 piece of cardstock. So 5.5 by 7.25. And this was probably a leftover card base. So I'm gonna get my Simply Scoring tool and score. Make sure I'm in the camera. So on the long side, which is a 7.25 inch side, we're gonna score at 1 inch, 5.5, and 6.75. We're gonna turn it, rotate it to the short side, and we're gonna score at 1.25, 2.5, 3.75, and 5. So this is gonna be our box. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut it. Now, this is gonna be the template. So I'm gonna cut it before I burnish the lines because I just think it's easier to cut. So on this one, I'm just gonna snip here and snip here because we only want this part of the 1/2 inch section. So we're gonna cut all of these off, and then these are gonna get cut up. This is gonna be the bottom of our box. And you can angle these. I always like to angle mine just in case my score lines, I did not cut on my score lines correctly. So I like to angle. All right, so then now we're gonna cut this whole section out. And mine might be backwards. So it kind of doesn't matter which side you start or how you go. Like if you went that way, it's as long as you cut, you leave one of these pieces on, and then you cut out this middle, and then these ones we're gonna shorten. So if you did it this way, it doesn't matter. We can go, if you did it this way, you could leave this one on like this. So I guess put it this way. Even though the 1/2 inch isn't there, but as long as this one's long, this one's cut out, and these 2 we're gonna shorten. Make sense? Or let me just do what I did here, right? So I don't confuse you. So we can cut all of these lines up as well. But this one will be our lid to our box. So we're gonna cut that. Okay, move that out of the way. This one's gonna get cut in half. We can angle it. This one is gonna get cut all the way out. And you know, don't throw these scraps away. You can use them. This one is gonna get cut in. So like this section here, cut it in half and angle. Those are our flaps to go in. All right, so this should match. I just want you to know it doesn't matter if you cut it this way and this is over here or this is over here, it's still gonna work out. So don't think like you made a mistake, because I've done that to where I've just cut it. So I was trying to explain that, but I don't want to mess you up. All right, so this was our template. So we're gonna move this aside and work with our box. So we're gonna put tear and tape on 3 of the bottom tabs. And then on the back side of this 1/2 inch section, but look, I already forgot to burnish our lines. So let's burnish all our lines so we have a nice, crisp, clean lines on our box. But I just like to cut it before I burnish because it seems like it's just easier to cut instead of them all being folded. And if you'd like to join my team, you know, you could join my team now. Stampin' Up! Has done a different process. Before, you used to have to pick out all your product and everything. Now they're going to send you a coupon code. And so this 1/2 inch is going to line up with this. So they used to send you a coupon code. And see, this is going to tuck in. And I'm over here chit-chatting away. So the one with no tear and tape is going to go first because we don't want nothing to stick to that. And then, so before, you used to pick out your product, excuse me, and then you would, you know, have to fill everything out to join. And you weren't allowed to go over the amount. So you get $125 in product that you get to choose for $99. Well, before, you used to not be able to go over. It had to go under the 99. Well, now if you go over, you can just, so see, here's our box. You can just pay the difference that you went over. So much easier process. So I'm going to use this pattern, and I have these 2 pieces of paper, or designer series paper, the homemade sweetness, and these are going to be 1 1/8 by 4 3/8. I'm going to cut 4 3/8, which is the 2 notches before the 4 1/2. 4 3/8 by 1 1/8. And I should have enough for this one, 1 1/8. So back to joining my team. They've just made it a much easier process to join. And they have a surprise for you when you join. I can't tell you what the surprise is. So this is going to be 1 1/8 by 4 3/8. 4 3/8. 4 3/8. But if there are things that you have been wanting to get, the starter kit special is the best. So hold on, 1 1/8. And this, we need a piece 1 1/8. 1 1/8 by 1 1/8. That's going to go on the top of our box. So I use this pattern. Excuse me. So I'm going to do my Misty Moonlight gingham on the front. This is the front. And we're going to glue that on. So, you know, all of my team members, they get all of my class tutorials for free for being part of my team. So they don't have to buy them. And then I'm going to put this. So I'm going to do every other. I'm going to do the fruit, the gingham, or I should say gingham, fruit, gingham, and then fruit. But like I said, if you want to do all the same pattern on your box, you can. They have the really cute strawberry slush pattern with the hearts. I was gonna do that, but I wanted to incorporate the strawberries as much as I could. So again, when you join my team, you get all my class tutorials for my Let's Create Club, everything, all of my, where's the front? There's the front. All of the tutorials I do, you get for free. But they've made it a really super easy way to join now. And I'd love to have you on my team. Whether you're a hobby demo or you want to do it as a business, that is totally up to you. So now I'm going to get a 1/2-inch circle punch. And this is optional. I have it in my instructions, but it is optional. I didn't even do it on my original box, but I just wanted to show you the option of just do like a 1/2 circle in between. So then you can kind of do that little flap to open. Again, I didn't use it on this one. And we're going to put our strawberry sanitizer in there. And that's our box. Okay, so let me get this designer series paper out. We need some, I already have some strawberries there. I have a label there with this. Okay, so now we're gonna stamp our strawberries. And so you can use hybrid black since Memento's no longer available, but that's what I still have. So I'm using my Memento. If you have any questions about joining my team, please let me know. There is a commitment if you want to stay active, and that's you spend $100 a month, because so it's 3 months, $300 every $300 every 3 months is what the commitment is. But you also get an automatic 20% off whenever you order, or if anybody orders from you. You automatically make 20%. If you promote, you automatically get a 25% discount. So it's really, I mean, if you want to make it a business, you can just sell. You don't have to have classes. You don't have to, you know, you don't have to push it. It's what you want to make it. And there's no commitment on being my team. I don't force my people to do anything. It's just whatever you want to do. So now I'm coloring in with Strawberry Slush Light. And I did color some extra strawberries over there in case I made some boo-boos. You know me, usually doing a video, I have some sort of something happen. I shouldn't jinx myself. But we're just gonna cut these in. You can add shading if you'd like, and you know, with the dark. So let me show you a little tip, because we're gonna put one at the top, one at the bottom. So we can, the one at the top, we could shade here on the left. So add some darkening in there. And then I'm just gonna dot on each of the dots to make that strawberry look like a strawberry. And then so this one's gonna go on the bottom, we'll shade on the right. And then let's dot those dots. And they don't have to be perfect, but there, they look like a strawberry, right? And then on this one, we're gonna stamp our sentiment, "You're the sweetest," in Misty Moonlight. Yes, I told you, I've used these so much that my stamps are like stained with the reds, whatever color reds I have been using. Probably Strawberry Slush and Poppy Parade and Real Red, just depending on what kind of, what color strawberry I want. All right, so let's get the cut and emboss machine. And just trying to think of other things about joining my team. We have a monthly meeting. You do not have to be local at all, and then you don't even have to participate. But I do a monthly meeting just to go over some business things. We do some make and takes, so I create projects. You get the project packet and we can put them together. And just different things like that. And then we're gonna do a granny apple green bow. Right, that doesn't want to stay. But there's a bunch of different things. I do an end of the year party with my team. We do a bingo, kind of have a potluck, and you could win a lot of Stampin' Up! Prizes. So just different things. Like I said, if you have any questions about anything, just let me know and I'll be more than happy to answer them. Oh, we need 2 strawberries, I forgot. 2. I'm gonna tape this so it doesn't go anywhere. You guys see me use that tape a lot. I use that tape a lot. Even when I have small pieces of paper to trim on my paper trimmer, I'll use this tape to hold it in place because it's so small, but I need to trim it. All right, so back to our box. This is the easy part. So we're just gonna put a couple of dimensionals. I'm gonna put one here, and we're going to put that on. Then I'm gonna put another one up here, and we're gonna tuck this. Oh, this is our right one. There's our left shadowing. We're gonna tuck him just a little bit back like that. Another dimensional over here. This one's not getting tucked in. It'll just lay over the label. Where's my green bow? Here's my green bow. I was like, I know I just had it. Where did it go? And I'm just gonna put a dot of glue, just a little tiny dot of glue. You can use a glue dot. It's just a glue dot. You're gonna have to kind of roll it up and make it smaller. And we want to put that. And it does kind of cover up, you know, you're the sweetest, but you can move it down as far as you want. And there's our bow. And then now, what are these? I love these. Like I said, I just went all crazy with strawberries. So strawberry. So we're gonna put a couple of strawberries. One going that way, one going that way. And then we'll do the same on the bottom. Oops. That's why it was stuck to my finger. It was the other way. One going that way and one going that way. So our strawberries you can add some dots if you would like. Go crazy on your embellishments. Okay, and then next we just need our gingham ribbon. Well, I call it gingham. It's called Misty Moonlight ribbon. And I am going to make a bow. And you know, I gotta ask, how's everybody's weather? I've been so not live. I haven't been live in a while that I'm just like, you know, how's everybody's weather? We've been so hot, but it looks like our monsoon weather is finally kicking in. We have needed some rain badly. And of course, yesterday for my brother's party, we were having it outside and the rain decided to come. Didn't damper anything because we just moved the party inside. And they left today. And that is our box. How cute and simple. So like I said, you can get 2 out of a regular piece of cardstock. Really easy to make. And so these sanitizers on my tutorial, I have the link. You could click on that and it'll take you to the Bath and Body Works site where I got them. But right now they're like they're actually like 3 for $10. But you know what? Sometimes they have a special where you can get them anywhere from $1 to $1.50 a bottle. So these make great hostess gifts. These are perfect for back to school, for teachers, for secretaries, you know, bus drivers, anybody who can use some sanitizer. So if you're on my email list, again, you'll get the tutorial. If not, join my email list. And then again, if you have any questions about joining my team, let me know. And I hope you guys all have a great rest of your week. And hopefully I'll see you on Friday for Funful Friday. Take care. Bye-bye.